Hey guys, Matt from Just Wrench It here, and I figured I might as well come clean with everybody. I have a confession to make. I am a tool whore. So you're probably thinking, what does that mean? Well, it's actually pretty simple, guys. I have an affinity for not always completely cheap tools. Some of the really cheap stuff is shit, as we all know. But I have an affinity for a good deal, and I'm not a professional mechanic, day in and day out, so I don't need that lasting quality, which is debatable. A lot of people say even the best brands, Snap-on, Milwaukee, they still fail at some point. They are more reliable over the long haul, but they still fail. So I don't need that super reliability, but I just have a hard time passing up a good bargain on a decent tool. I have here on the table, and I'll go into some other shots here. I have Pittsburgh screwdrivers. I have the dollar screwdriver freebie that it used to be, or it might still be sometimes. I have the Pittsburgh bolstered screwdriver. I have Craftsman screwdrivers. I have old school Craftsman screwdrivers. I have no name screwdrivers. Most of the tips on those have been torn up over the years, but I still find a way to make them work. I have some SK wrenches. I have some Crescent wrenches. I have some Husky, some Stanley, a couple gear wrench. I even have a Popular Mechanics. Like probably when they came out with like the quick wrench kind of idea, the non-ratcheting quick wrench. I got one of those. It's just a 10 mil, but it does come in handy sometimes. I have my Wish ratcheting wrench that you guys have seen my video on, and this thing is still ticking, and it's in really good shape considering how old it is. Craftsman, Husky, Max Power, which I don't even know who that is. See what I'll sleep with anybody. I don't care what your name is. I'll get in bed. This is, I want to say, a Job Smart I got from Tractor Supply, the indexing ratchet. I got that. I have some other Job Smart stuff. Pittsburgh, of course. I mean, the list goes on, guys. I will try anything once and check it out and try it. I have a bunch of Stanley stuff. Irwin, the handles suck. They're taped on and glued on like 8 times over. The teeth are almost flat, but I still keep using it. The only Snap-on thing that I own, shout out to Tools and Trash, pair of micro groove joint pliers from Snap-on. This thing's for like 30 bucks. It's ridiculous. Master Force, more Craftsman, Doyle, my Doyle cutters from Harbor Freight. These things are a couple of years old at this point, a little beat up, but they're still good. They still cut well. Crescent wrench, the actual adjustable, the original, so to speak. Work Pro. Who fucking knows? This ain't even got a name on it. This came out of your grandpa's toolbox. We all have that stuff. More Job Smart stuff. Ryobi has always been my go-to on the power tools. My first drill I bought, who fucking knows how long ago, and then I upgraded to the lithium. And then now my wife has been kind enough to start throwing all this cobalt stuff at me. So I'm really happy with that. But guys, the brands don't matter that much. You can dabble. You can get a little bit of this, get a little bit of that. I don't know too many people that are stuck on one tool brand. But the important thing is does the tool work for you? Does it do the job it's supposed to do? And for most of our cases, that's going to be yes. I mean, unless you're a professional mechanic and you need that wrench to almost never round off a fastener, which you're probably outside of the Rust Belt. If you're in the Rust Belt, the best wrench will still round shit off. Like there's just no getting around it. But just shop around, look at different deals, look at different things. I myself, like, I sometimes I'm weary of certain brands, or some of the cheaper stuff at like Menards and places like that, but you can still find great deals, you can still find good products. They're out there. So to keep the video short and sweet, guys, I know there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Everybody's a little on edge. A lot of people, I think, are going to leave out of this and say that we should buy more locally. We should be more reliable on ourselves for the things that we need. And I think that could go into tools as well. While companies like whre are still going to have their place and a lot of their tools are still good, we should all take a little step back and consider sometimes, are we going to be able to source something with made in America materials. If you can see that, my SK wrench, this old beat up SOB, made in the USA. A couple of things, most of the stuff on my table here isn't, unfortunately, but there are companies out there. So going forward, I'm still gonna buy cheap tools. I can't cure my affliction for the cheap deals every now and again. But I think I am going to make a concerted effort to try to get out to some of these more American-made brands. You have Right Tool. Proto still makes some stuff, and that's the other thing that's going to get iffy and hopefully gets better as time goes by, is a lot of companies mix and match their made in the USA with foreign sourced and made things, and like it's sometimes hard to discern where that tool's actually coming from. But I think I'm gonna try to like actually go out and spend like $400 on a wrench set or something, just to see, just does it make that much of a difference? Is it going to be that thing that, okay, yeah, I got this wrench set, I don't need any other wrench sets because I got a drawer full, I got sets here, sets there, I got wrenches everywhere. So I have a lot of cheap wrenches, but I don't have any good wrenches. I have a lot of cheaper ratchets. I don't have any really good ratchets. And I will say I've been using Proto stuff at work, and you do feel the quality difference in some of these brands. So I'm going to get out there going forward. I'm going to do my best to make an attempt, as long as the economy doesn't collapse and then we're all, fighting zombies or whatever we're doing. Then I'm going to try to make more wise decisions in my tool whoring, and maybe I'll become a brand whore and actually find a brand that I like and try for the most part to stick with them. But we'll see how that goes. But guys, don't be afraid to be a tool whore, but I think let's maybe think a little more wisely about where our tools are coming from and who's benefiting from those on a whole, on a large scale. Is that saying buying something from China is not helping the economy? No, lots of Americans move that stuff over here, on a barge or a ship, cargo vessel, and then, people ship it in a truck. So it still brings Americans jobs, but who profits the most is maybe something to think about going forward as we hopefully transition into a more conscientious economy where we think of these things. So this is me, guys. This is my addiction. I'm going to do my best to try to work myself out of it to a degree, but I'm not going to be able to get away from the cheap deals, but I am going to try to make better decisions moving forward as to what I buy, and to try to look over quality more than quantity, because I have the quantity, but sometimes the quality's not there. I've broke all kinds of things trying to get fasteners loose and stripped screws and other kinds of fasteners out trying to, it happens. So maybe moving forward we can do these things. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Tell me your thoughts on tool whoring Your brand favorites, if anybody knows of any really good American-made companies that I should try out that hopefully the price point isn't too astronomical, let me know in the comments. Guys, this is Matt from Just Wrench It Apocalypse Edition, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.